Welcome back to Sonic 4, Episode 1. Time for Casino Climax.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa, dude. I did not expect to jump in at such a strange time.
Yeah, he kind of
We're
did,
gonna-
the first episode was a little...
We're gonna blow our load all over this level
You know,
with a cannon.
Jake, if this was real Sonic, those bumpers would have made it so hard for you to even get up there.
It's true. I don't mind the bumper physics in this game. They're not awful.
If anything, the bumpers have been turned into pseudo fucking springs instead of bumpers.
He missed.
Ow.
God damn.
Fuck.
Better get that homing... Oh.
No. Go men.
If you're gonna go back
I'm-
there, might as well.
I hated the
just-
bumpers from frickin' Spring Yard Zone in Sonic 1. Those are fucking annoying to get around. Speaking of Spring Yard Zone,
Speaking of Spring Yard Zone, meh.
What about-
I'm not sure.
that was a set piece used in Spring Yard Zone, the cylinders. Oh, I'm like 5 seconds behind, aren't I?
129.30.
Get that. You might be a little bit behind us. But...
Yeah, I'm good now.
Beans, do not wreck this shirt. I will kill you.
He will. That shirt is worth $20, which is at least 7 times the worth of beans.
Really. I mean, beans are like, what, 90 cents a can? I could replace you with lots of beans.
It's true.
It's
He could get a whole can of beans.
What are you doing?
That was a frustration pause.
That was a crawling in my skin moment.
Jack. Does your emulator, or not your emulator? What am I saying? Does your capture card not come with blast processing because it's lagging a little bit?
I suppose not. It handled SA2 okay.
I don't
I
think
don't-
this game comes with blast processing.
I was gonna say, I don't think Sonic 4 has blast processing, Justin.
I don't think Sonic 1 through 3 had blast processing either. I think that's just a marketing gimmick.
That's exactly what it was.
I don't believe you.
Justin lives in a world
I'm
shrouded by
sorry, but
blast processing and
You've
twang.
been, I was gonna say, you've been blinded by Sega fanaticism for 22 years. It's time to open up.
Well, I'll open you up.
Oh. That wasn't...
I don't feel like it tonight. I'm kind of depressed. Maybe tomorrow.
Justin, you missed the perfect opportunity to make an open your heart reference. I am disappointed.
Oh, and it would actually be kind of fitting.
I was gonna say, Justin takes that song literally. Open your heart, yeah, if you say so.
So I can see what you're made of.
deep inside.
Hee hee.
See, I retorted your reference with another one.
You
Are you gonna
you
do
redeemed-
it with
you
7
redeemed
rings
yourself.
in hand?
Okay, that doesn't
7
even
rings
make
in
any
hand.
sense.
Wait, 7 rings in hand. When did I make a herald?
Something, Night of the Wind.
Unless you're talking
Well,
about all the sports I've gathered.
You know, you live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
Oh,
Are you hanging on the edge of tomorrow, Justin?
I don't know. I thought that's what you do when you're extremely high.
You have no idea.
Oh.
So, about this level,
What about it?
I thought we were just making
yeah.
references using Sonic songs.
oh no,
You died!
What the fuck?
didn't hold your left.
I'll be honest, I did not see that cake coming.
This level's, it's got some pits in it. It's like the only level in the game that has, or like this and Act 2 are like the only levels with pits.
I don't recall liking this level because there was a lot of do this or you die moments, or do this or you have to restart the entire segment over again things.
It was more so that for the second act, but yeah.
I think that's like the name of the entire game.
Oh yeah, this is me forgetting to press triangle to go to the next level, and by proxy accidentally showing off this level select screen. Because in this game is actually completely non-linear. You can actually do any level after you complete Green Hill Act 1, or excuse me,
Wait.
Splash Hill Act 1. You can do any level in any order you want, excluding boss fights.
You have to beat all the acts to get to the boss fights, and then once you get to the
Yeah.
boss fights,
You get to the final boss.
Oh.
Well, that's one more than I did because I never had the chance to show it off.
It's also in episode 2, so
Well, I might show it off when I decide to do the special stage.
I think I showed off for half a second in episode metal, so you're all good.
Hmm. You know, this guy is, because of the physics, this guy is infinitely easier than he was in Sonic 2.
oh yeah, definitely.
And home attack. But
Because it's like you were at the mercy of the bumpers. It's like, oh yeah, guess what? The bumpers just kind of gave up.
It doesn't help that the bumpers also seem to be higher up, to where they would actually have an effect on you.
Well, if I remember correctly, that entire room was like enormous.
Yeah. Plus, there was a lot more momentum being carried. Like, there's a lot of momentum loss in Sonic
Like-
4.
That entire room was a half pipe.
Also, I got a shit ton of time bonus points.
But you didn't get the 50,000.
What do you mean I didn't
You're
get
supposed
50,000?
to spend like fucking
The
5 minutes.
I don't know if this follows the classic games, but you get like this like insane bonus for getting it under 30 seconds.
Oh. Well, I just got 81,000 points, so I don't know.
oh,
Oh yeah, there's some pits here too.
actually, the first one's not a pit. You drop down where the first ball hit.
Yeah, the first one is not a pit. It's you can get a shield.
Yeah, I'll show that off.
Oh.
Because Metal Sonic plays through this.
I think this is I think this
I
is
hate
the only
Bubbles.
game where Bubbles, which is literally with that blue. Oh, what the fuck!
Good job, Jack.
I think this
And then
is
he
the only
respawns as spike balls. I hate Orbinauts.
Beans, beer is not for you. You're not old enough yet. 2 more
No,
years.
I think this is the only game where Bubbles gets like a red version of him, and
Jack, this is
like,
not your stage.
To be fair,
This
is
isn't
not
my
stage
game.
either, so...
Hey, I did that during Sonic 4 Episode 2 when I was bored.
To be honest, I hate these Orbinauts the most because they don't
Oh yeah,
they don't
They don't
fire
get rid of their
fucking things,
spikes.
and they like to spread out.
Yeah.
Oh, under balance.
Spread out.
Come on, we balance board.
What if you could use
The way that's
Oh,
animated, it's almost like that was clearly an afterthought, how to do smooth animation for that. And they just like were like, okay, that works. All right, it's done. Move on to the next thing.
It's just like there's no transition between holding like Sonic tilting back and tilting forward. It's just whoa. It's like standing on a roof in Sonic 06.
You know, Jack must really hate this level because he's playing like I would in Sonic 3.
Rude. Speaking of Sonic 3, that was...
Wonder how many people got hit by that.
I got hit by that.
Because it doesn't immediately fall.
Okay, it's like if they're gonna rip off levels from, you know, like classic Sonic games, they think like they take 2 from Sonic 1 and 2 from Sonic 2, and you know, Casino Night is fine, and Metropolis, I don't like it, but some people do, I guess. So whatever.
I liked Mad Gear.
I mean, I'm talking more so about the original, but it's like this game, it's like for Sonic 1, it's like okay, Green Hill, you know, that's fine. Why the fuck did they pick Labyrinth Zone? This is literally the most universally hated stage from that game.
It's also the second most popular for all the wrong reasons.
Jack, how did you do that?
Yes. Why not Starlight Zone or Spring Yard or
Okay, Starlight Zone is
else?
probably really unreasonable just for the simple fact that it was probably one of, like, least remembered zones by the general player base. I mean, like, the more diehard fans are probably like, yeah, Starlight Zone's amazing, but, like, most people would probably like, like, Starlight Zone was just kind of there.
Honestly,
yeah. I was gonna say, you just have to remember that Sonic games or any video game, you have to hit a larger demographic than just the core.
I would have preferred fucking Marvel Zone to this.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Spring Yard, and I would have preferred not to use Casino Night, but something like Mystic Cave.
I would have preferred Bridge Zone.
I agree.
Wrong game, Landon.
He said Sonic 1.
Oh, boy.
I did.
Sonic 1.
Okay, so the first act had, like, music that I really didn't like. I actually really like this song for a game that has mostly forgettable music.
There's music in this game?
I don't know why. I might just be insane in remembering. But the first act, the music in certain sections kind of reminded me of Crash Bandicoot.
I think the problem with the music is that, one, not only is it a short loop, but two, while they did do a good job of emulating Genesis-style sound, it doesn't overpower the atmosphere like it does in the old games. Like, the music is really overpowering, like it's a huge part of the experience. But the music is really actually kind of quiet and dull most of the time. They got the sound right, but not the feel. If that makes any sense.
Oh,
Jack, stop giving yourself a blowjob!
Never.
They'll stop doing that when I stop headbanging.
I decided to do that crouch thing in Sonic F4 Episode 2, and Justin was like, "What are you doing? Stop that!" Spoilers, there's more blowjobs on the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Remember, what was it? When this game was first coming out, I don't remember what it was, but there was something that was, like, mandatory originally, that you had to use some sort of, like, touch screen or something, or whatever the fuck it was. There was some weird gimmick that you absolutely had to do if you wanted to beat the game.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
I just know it's extremely controversial, and like more controversial than this game already is. And it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
I know that this game has a shitty iOS port.
Oh yeah, maybe that's the one I was thinking of because I think the iOS version has
Kay
something
Bailey reviewed that. That's how I got knowledge of it.
Was it the
It's
minecart thing?
I believe so. It was something. I don't know. It's been a long time.
If better Sonic games have come out, we've completely forgotten.
There were other Sonic games?
They really dropped the ball on Sonic 4. Not to say it's bad, but it's not. They hyped it to high hell, and they completely did nothing close to meeting our expectations.
I want to say I know why they dumped it on Dimps instead of letting Sonic Team do it, because Sonic Team was working on colors.
I was gonna say, I think they cared more about colors.
But,
Anyway, this section is dumb. This is like a weird Switch puzzle. Okay, look at the clock. The timer. I cut after, like, a few seconds, but it,
Wow, 3 minutes later.
Yeah. I'm here for a while.
While.
It's very, very picky and annoying.
And the dumb part about it is, this is a puzzle in a Sonic game.
No.
And it, like, that's not the kind of puzzles that we should be seeing in a kind of fast-paced game as this.
It's like, the Sonic games are about quick thinking, not stop and Professor Layton think.
Well, I don't honestly. I mean, this isn't even really just Sonic. I don't remember too many platformers doing some sort of weird puzzle.
Well, I mean, you get stuff. I think I'm trying to think. There's stuff like this in certain Mario and 2D Mario games. In fact, actually, no. There's quite a few levels like that. Mostly in the fortresses where you have to find, or the Boo houses where you have to navigate a certain way in order to make it to the end. But not in Sonic. What the hell?
I think it was debris.
That can hit you.
I guess.
Oh, fuck! Why would they put that fuse right next to the spikes?
I don't know. Because Dimps is dumb.
Dimps have spikes, springs, boosters, and pits.
Yeah. Dimps is like, there are other ways to design levels?
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to just put spikes everywhere.
Damn it! No,
Spiked Wall Man.
No, which honestly is, well, to be honest, it's only effective against Mega Man since Sonic essentially has infinite life as long as you keep picking up the same ring.
What were you saying, Zach?
Lennon, to answer your question from earlier, yes, there are other Sonic games than Triple Trouble.
Oh, well.
Well, wait a minute. Well, Dimps isn't that good with spikes.
They're just not as good.
Because remember, Dimps... I thought you died.
Yeah.
Dimps, didn't put spikes underneath the stage.
Nine minutes for that stage.
And the game said no.
I stopped caring after part 1.
No time bonus.
Boy, is it boss time?
No, we still have a third act.
No! Why can't it be over already? I think I'm used to, like, nope. Most, like, well, after Sonic 1, stages only were ever 2 acts.
Yeah.
Also, you just love them spikes.
Yeah. Sonic Advance 3 was 3 acts, but I think that's, like, the only other exception up until this game.
No. It is like, Sonic 4 is more like Sonic Advance 3, where, it's 3 acts. Oh, you're gonna drown.
Don't compare this okay at best game to something as good as Sonic Advance 3.
Well, there's three
But I know what
acts,
you're saying.
and then there's...
And then the boss is its own act.
Yeah.
So stage structure, it's more like that, yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Sonic 3, or Sonic Advance 3, I mean, Dimps actually had a little bit more creativity with level design, because, like, the first stage was a fucking city.
The first stage was a city. The second one was actually the Green Hill Zone, which I loved the remix that it did.
Which is ironic as fuck.
The third stage is an ocean base, like an underwater base, not even an underwater level, like a whole base. The fourth stage is a circus, carnival.
Toy Kingdom!
Yup.
Yeah, that's probably
The
the most
best
unique
stage.
Sonic. Yeah, that's probably the most unique Sonic stage.
The fifth stage is what was stage 5? I know. Stage
Sky
5.
Canyon. No, not Sky Canyon.
No. That's not. Stage 5 is Twinkle Snow. Yeah,
yeah.
Stage 5 is the ice one. Stage 6 is actually like a cyber one, and then Stage 7 is this weird, like, ancient ruin. So honestly, Sonic Advance 3 had a really unique level set.
Well, yeah, like,
Yeah.
what is it?
I guess what we're saying is Dimps. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, exactly. They had such, honestly, like, the Sonic Advance series is really good. Like, why didn't they just... I mean, I understand they're trying to capture the feel, but I think they tried too hard and they forgot about the creativity part.
Yeah, because, Zone 6, that was that weird computer digitized thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cyber
Cybertrack.
Cybertrack, yes. I liked Techno Base more from Sonic Advance 2, although the first act pissed me the fuck off because the last part, like, the last part.
Techno Bass makes my dick hard.
I love Techno Base.
Shit, I was gonna... to quote To quote someone, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but ripping off is the sincerest form of bullshit.
Yeah.
This game is ripping off.
Yeah.
Tilt controls.
It is not by any standard
Jack, what did you do?
actual just imitation.
I got hit by the spikes.
Yeah, there's some spikes protruding out, but it's really, really hard to tell.
You and your fucking spikes.
This is very nerve-wracking.
Aren't
You gotta,
you
like, tilt
gonna
it so that... I almost do, but you gotta tilt it so that, like, Sonic gets low enough so that he doesn't hit the spikes and that he spews out when the cork... Yeah.
What are you looking at, Beans? Fuck off. I can see.
She wants to... She wants to poop on your shirt.
I
What?
will gut her like a fish. Right here.
Oh, that was that fucking, yeah, that was that fucking Labyrinth Zone shit, where if you didn't get to the certain side at the right point, it would just loop forever.
Yeah, there are two switches. There's one on each side.
Forever and ever.
I think Sanopolis did that at some point, too, with the slides. If you didn't pick
Yeah.
the path, you just keep going and same path forever. I don't actually know too many games outside of Sonic where you just end up in an infinite looping path if you don't pick the right spot.
Mario games do that.
Oh, with some of the
In some of the
puzzle
castles.
things. Yeah. Oh, this is that fucking chase thing. Ah, god.
Yeah. You can hit him as much as you want during the chase sequence, but I don't think it makes a difference because you still have to hit him 8 times once you get to the actual boss arena.
Well, honestly, it didn't make much of a difference in fucking, Labyrinth Zone either.
Yeah.
The only difference is that you didn't actually even have to fight, Eggman in that one. You just had to beat him, well, not beat him to the top, you just had to make it to the top.
Yeah.
I think this is the
I
only
don't think-
variation where you fight him.
I don't think you actually have to, like, race him to the end. Like, I don't think you actually have to, like, get there by a certain point in time, because he'll just wait there for you.
Well, considering you pretty much just met him as you were coming out, I think he kind of waits for you. But there was no real boss fight in, if anything, the boss fight in Labyrinth Zone was more of a fucking endurance run. So when did we start playing Mega Man?
I don't know.
We've been pretty much boxed in like a Mega Man boss.
Some of these patterns I hate.
Is Eggman the new Maverick?
He's gone rouge.
Which, do you have to fight bosses in Episode Metal?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just play through acts.
Okay.
The only thing
Although-
we're missing here is the annoying health bar filling up sound.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh
Thank
god.
you, Cloud,
That was
for replicating a telephone.
I gave it an attempt.
All I know is, now I remember. Now that I got re-familiar with the boss theme, I realized Sonic 4 is infinitely better. I mean, Episode 2 is infinitely better. This is Sonic 4.
Oh, absolutely.